Yesterday we were discussing about the concept of equalization levy. Now let's go ahead. So we were talking about the connected provisions to equalization levy. Section 10 subsection 50 we discussed. We were talking about section 40 subsection 1 where we said that in case there has to be equalization levy that is not deducted, then the expenditure on that would be disallowed. The expenditure on that equalization levy would be disallowed. This is what we were discussing yesterday. Now moving on further for the next part of discussion, we are going to talk about section 194O. Detailed discussion we have already made at the time of TDS. Now, when e-commerce operator is making a payment to the e-commerce participant, then we said tax has to be deducted at the rate of 1% under section 194O we discussed. So what is the difference between section 165A of Finance Act 2016 and 194O? What is the difference that you have got? Now, Finance Act 165A is applicable only if it is a non-resident e-commerce operator. Only if it is a non-resident e-commerce operator. If it is a resident e-commerce operator, then when that e-commerce operator is making a payment, that e-commerce operator would be liable to deduct taxes. 165A, you have to collect equalization levy. Here you have to deduct the taxes. So there is a difference. You have to collect equalization levy, deduct taxes. What is the meaning of collecting the equalization levy? That means a non-resident operator, for whatever that he is receiving, whatever he receives, he has to collect equalization levy on the consideration that you have got. What is the meaning of consideration? You have discussed. You have to deduct the taxes at the rate of 1%. This is what you have got for 194O and 165A. Now there are a couple of problems that I have got. Let's go ahead and discuss those problems. Couple of problems I have got. Let's go ahead and discuss. I don't think this is something that forms part of the material that is shared with you. Anyway, I will share this separately. So the first problem, please go ahead, take up 5 minutes of time. Once you are done with, then we will discuss. Please go ahead and do this. XYZ & Co., a non-resident company based in Singapore, owns and maintains an electronic facility through which it effects online sale of goods manufactured by it. It is manufacturing. The following are the receipts. Receipts from sales to a person resident in India. Receipts to a person not resident in India but resident in some other part of Southeast Asia, 96 lakhs. Out of that 96 lakh, 57 lakhs pertains to receipt from person using internet protocol in India. Discuss the equalization levy for such receipts in the hands of XYZ & Co. if XYZ has no permanent establishment in India. Let's go ahead. XYZ does not have permanent establishment in India. So now, here is the case where XYZ as per section 165A, XYZ Limited should collect taxes, should collect not taxes, should collect equalization levy at the rate of 2% on the amount of consideration. On the amount of consideration. Here, the amount of consideration is rupees 158 lakhs plus 57 lakhs. If it is from a non-resident internet protocol, IP address is in India. So 57 lakhs, 158 lakhs and 57 lakhs. It should be 213 lakhs. On 213, 158 lakhs plus 15 lakhs. 213, I'll just do the calculator. 215 lakhs. Okay. 158 plus 57. Sorry. It is 215 lakhs. On 215 lakhs, collect equalization levy. That is rupees 215 into 2% gives you 4.3 lakhs. They have to collect equalization levy of 4.3 lakhs. Now, if XYZ has a permanent establishment and the sale is effected through the permanent establishment, if it is a permanent establishment, if XYZ Limited has permanent establishment in India, then no requirement to collect equalization levy. Because anyway, the permanent establishment would be liable for taxes in India. Because the permanent establishment is liable for taxes in India, there is no requirement to collect equalization levy. Just an example. Instead of this 57 lakhs, if it was, let's say, 10 lakhs, if it was, let's say, 10 lakhs, then what would happen? Assuming it was 10 lakhs, just as an assumption, then what happens? 158 lakhs plus 10 lakhs will be equal to 168 lakhs. Less than 2 crores. So no, less than 2 crores. So no equalization levy. If it is less than 2 crores, the consideration is less than 2 crores, no equalization levy. So when you take the consideration, it should be 158 lakhs plus what is taxable. That alone has to be considered. In our given example, it is only 57 lakhs. You have to deduct, no other choice. You have to collect, no other choice. But I am only telling you, if at all we have got a case whereby it is less than 2 crores, then there is no requirement to collect equalization levy. Hope you are able to understand this. Yeah, got one more. Problem number 2. Please go ahead with this. Problem number 2. This is relating to TDS kind of equalization levy. Please go ahead. Now let's go ahead and discuss. It says ABC Limited, an Indian company, is carrying on a business of manufacturing and sale of teak wood furniture in the brand name of Pure Wood. In order to expand its overseas sales exports, it launched a massive advertisement campaign for its products. For the purpose of online advertisement, it used the services of PQR, London-based company. Discuss during the year 2021-22, paid 5 lakhs to PQR Limited for such services. Discuss the tax implication or TDS implication of such payment and receipt in the hands of ABC Limited and PQR. If PQR has no permanent establishment in India and PQR has got permanent establishment in India. If PQR does not have a permanent establishment in India, PQR Limited does not have a permanent establishment in India. So this is section 165A, 165 of Finance 2016. Sorry.
This particular screen which is there, it's refreshed now. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So section 165 of Finance Act 2016. Finance Act 2016 states equalization levy will be applicable at the rate of 6% on online advertisement. On online advertisement, because it does not have a permanent establishment in India. Does not have a permanent establishment in India, so an online advertisement. In this case, ABC Limited should deduct 30,000. That is 6% on 5 lakhs. 6% on 5 lakhs. If equalization levy is not deducted, then the expenditure will be disallowed for ABC Limited. Expenditure would be disallowed for ABC Limited. Next. Also, the income is exempt under section 10 subsection 50 if equalization levy is deducted, the income is exempt. If PQR Inc. has PE in India, then no equalization levy would be applicable. Equalization levy will not be applicable. Because equalization levy is not applicable, exemption under section 40 subsection A, exemption under section 10 subsection 50 will not be applicable. Further, tax has to be deducted under section 195 because you are making a payment to a non-resident having a PE in India. Tax has to be deducted under section 195. This is what we have got for equalization levy.